Volume by displacement. This can be pretty tricky, so stick with me and we'll go all the way through every single step in order to solve this problem. A fish tank measuring 1 meter by 40 centimeters by 50 centimeters is filled with water to a level of 23 centimeters. A piece of rock is lowered into the tank and the water level rises. If 28 liters of water is still required to fill the fish tank to its brim, what is the volume of the piece of rock? So the first thing we need to do is, I would say, convert this 1 meter into centimeters. So 1 meter is the same thing as 100 centimeters. So now we know that the dimensions of the fish tank are 100 by 40 by 50. So we could actually calculate the volume of the fish tank. So if I do that, 100 times 40 times 50, I get 200,000 centimeters cubed. Okay, now we have a piece of rock. Or first, actually, let's talk about the water. The water is filled to a level of 23 centimeters. So that means in my tank that is really 50 centimeters high, we're only filled up to here at 23 centimeters. So let's figure out the volume of our water. The volume of the water we can find by doing 100 times 40 times 23. And that will give us 92,000. So the volume of the water is 92,000. So now we have our piece of rock. A piece of rock is lowered into the tank and the water level rises. So here our water level is going to rise to some height that we don't know. If 28 liters of water is still required to fill the tank, that means that right here, this volume is 28 liters. So we need to figure out what this volume is so that we can figure out what the volume is of this stone. That's this part right here, or I should say the volume of the rock. So let's convert 28 liters to cubic centimeters. We recall that 1,000 cubic centimeters equals 1 liter. So therefore, 28 liters would be 28,000 cubic centimeters. So this is the leftover volume. So we know that the volume of the whole tank is 200,000. This leftover volume is 28,000, and we know the volume of the water is 92,000. So if we're trying to figure out how much volume, how much capacity the rock took up in the tank, or the volume of the rock, we can do 200,000 minus 28,000 and then minus 92,000. And if we do that, we get 80,000. 80,000 cubic centimeters is the volume of the rock. We found that by displacement. We knew this volume, we knew the entire volume, and we knew the leftover volume right here. So then we just had to do some subtraction to figure out the remaining volume, which was the volume of the rock.